Hello everyone, Brendan here from the depths of the Pixel Dump, coming at you with a tool called PD Aberration. Now, lens aberrations and chromatic aberrations specifically is this color fringing that you might find around the edges of an image. While this can be the result of a cheap lens, some filmmakers intentionally use vintage lenses to add some of these imperfections and character to their footage. In visual effects work, you might sometimes add lens aberrations to a shot to make it feel like it was filmed with a real lens. Let's jump in and see how you can create this very quickly with PD Aberration. So I'm going to take this nature footage and drop it into a new composition. You can see there's this babbling brook here. Feeling calmer already. Now, if you have a composition with multiple layers, I highly recommend pre-composing them and applying the aberration as a post-effect. I only have one here, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Shift-Control-C on Windows or Shift-Command-C on a Mac. Move all attributes. Then you can select the pre-comp, go to File, Scripts, PD Aberration. Now, right away you can see some blurring and vignetting around the edges, as well as this color splitting. Then if you go down and click on this Aberration Controls layer, you can really start to customize the look. Like the center of the aberration effect, if I click here on the left, it'll keep this area intact and shift the aberration to the right side of the image. I'm going to undo that for now, and then go down and bump up the intensity so we can see what some of these other settings do. If I zoom in here and take a closer look, you can see some of this red and blue color splitting down here on the edge. But there's also an option here for magenta green configuration. When you check that box, it actually turns it to magenta and green for a different kind of look. You can even flip this configuration so that it's green and magenta instead, and you can even do that when it's blue and red. There's also a setting here called Edges Blur, which adds a radial blurring to the edges of the image. And if you're in CC 2014 or higher, there's this blur holdout setting, which affects how close the blur gets to the center of the image. You can also adjust the intensity of the vignette, as well as the scaling, which is how big the vignette is. There are also a couple of settings here for adding grain, which can be useful for CG shots which lack any camera sensor grain. You can add that kind of grain as a post step here, or just turn it down to 0 if you don't need it. That's about it as far as the settings go, and they can of course be animated as desired. Well, thanks a bunch for watching, and I hope you get a lot of use out of this tool. If you do, tell a friend, and we'll catch you next time at the Pixel Dump.